We've all believed a common myth at one time or another, whether it be something that our parents told us as kids or something that our friends told us to try and impress us. However, there are many myths that have become so popular that people think they are nothing more than facts and should be common sense. Number 10. Bats aren't blind. Despite how well known the phrase "you're as blind as a bat" is, every known species of bat has some form of sight, even if it isn't really good. While bats are nocturnal creatures and heavily rely on echolocation to find and track down prey, this is not because they can't see. In fact, it's speculated that larger species of bats have eyesight that is up to 3 times as good as humans. That means bats are nowhere near as blind as this myth makes us believe. Number 9. Gum doesn't take 7 years to digest. Don't worry about swallowing those 6 sticks of gum you stuffed into your mouth if you can't find a garbage can. It's actually perfectly safe to do so. Despite the common myth, if you swallow gum, it will not stick to the inside of your stomach, despite most of the gummy materials being indigestible. Like all indigestible substances that enter your body, it eventually passes through the digestive tract in at most 7 days, a large stretch from the mythical 7 years. Number 8. Bulls don't hate the color red. We're sure that you've seen this myth used as a gag somewhere, be it in a movie, on TV, or otherwise. Bulls will supposedly attack anything that's the color red. Despite how often this myth has been used as a gag, the truth of the matter is that, like all cattle, bulls are actually colorblind, debunking the idea that a color should have any influence on bulls altogether. What causes the bull to charge is the actual waving of the cape. As such, bulls will naturally charge at any matador who taunts them with waving a cape, no matter what color the cape they choose to use. Number 7. Drinking too much alcohol won't give you a beer belly. Despite many heavy drinkers having a dubbed beer belly or pot belly, alcohol consumption does not directly lead to having such a large gut, as excess fat is the result of consuming a lot of calories at once. And considering that a beer doesn't have many calories in the first place, drinking a few beers can't directly lead to having a pot belly. In fact, the calories that your body takes in from alcohol are considered empty calories, calories that contain no nutrients for your body to digest and turn into fat. So what is the real reason the mass consumption of alcohol is associated with having a potbelly? Alcohol is known to cause people to become hungry, which makes people eat more than normal, leading to the gain of excess fat. Stay away from the munchies and you'll be fine. Number 6. A penny dropped from the Empire State Building could not kill someone. If you've been enough of a jerk to actually drop a penny off the Empire State Building, you'll hopefully be happy to know that you couldn't have killed anyone, despite this urban legend convincing many people otherwise. The terminal velocity of a penny is around 60 miles per hour, which, while it might hurt the person it's dropped on, it definitely wouldn't be enough of a blow to kill anyone or damage the sidewalk. However, it's still not encouraged to go out and try this for yourself. A coin falling at 60 miles per hour will definitely still hurt whoever it lands on. Number 5. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. While the Great Wall of China may be undoubtedly massive, people have severely overestimated the size of the wall when they claimed that it was visible from space, and even the moon. Unfortunately for China, however, neither claim is true, as the Great Wall of China isn't at all visible to the human eye from outside of orbit. This is not because of its size, but the color of the wall that blends in with the land around it when looked at from above. While the wall can be seen from low orbit with a camera zoomed in on it, it is barely visible to the human eye even then, being not nearly as visible as this myth makes it out to be. Number 4. It's okay to wake a sleepwalker. While waking a person while they're sleeping does pose a few problems, as they are, sleeping whilst standing, waking a sleepwalker up doesn't pose any real problem in itself. The person will not go into shock or have a heart attack as this rumor entails, but will wake up like any other normal person would. As long as the person stays upright while being woken up and is secure to ensure they won't fall, they're going to be fine. Number 3. Mount Everest is not the world's largest mountain. We want to specify something about this myth. While Mount Everest is the world's tallest mountain above sea level, making it the world's tallest climbable mountain, it is not the world's tallest mountain. That title would actually go to Mauna Kea, a mountain in Hawaii that's total height is equal to 33,500 feet, making it 4,500 feet taller than Mount Everest, standing at 29,000 feet. The reason this colossal mountain isn't recognized as the world's tallest mountain is due to over half the mountain being underwater, with only 14,000 feet of the mountain being above it, making it reach not nearly as high as Mount Everest does. Number 2. The 5-second rule doesn't always apply. While different kinds of food and the different surfaces they land on do have differing chances to infect your food when dropped, one thing is certain. Just because you picked it up right away doesn't mean it couldn't have come into contact with harmful bacteria. This isn't to say that your food will have been contaminated with deadly bacteria if it hit a clean floor, of course, but any bacteria that it comes into contact with can almost immediately contaminate it, harmless or not. The most dangerous surfaces to drop your food onto are unfinished hardwood, any sort of rug, and obviously dirt. If you drop your food on a clean surface, it's okay to eat. Probably. Number 1. Humans only have 5 senses. We all know the 5 basic human senses that we were taught as kids: touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing. However, what you may not know is that humans have a lot more than 5 senses. Senses such as the perception of pain, balance, hunger, and temperature, just to name a few. While these senses aren't like our 5 main senses, each of which control a certain way our body interacts with the world, these other senses control themselves and aren't controlled specifically by any of the 5 traditional senses. Like the video? Comment down below what you thought, and of course, subscribe to the channel.